third episode of the story of all Nigerians. I believe you've been following through from the first to second episode, and now we're in the third episode, right? And in the previous episode, we've talked about how Nigerians are hungry people and what Nigerians are hungry for and what Nigerians should be hungry for. Now, in this episode, we want to look into something very deep, right? That it's possible that um, I'm not really able to really break it down in this few minutes that I'm going to be sharing with you, but I'm going to try as possible to make you understand where I'm coming from. Now, I raised a question in the previous episode concerning advanced society and advanced slavery, right? So, what's the difference between an advanced society and an advanced slavery, right? Then the question um also is, are Nigerians actually going abroad to experience advanced society or advanced societies, if you understand what I mean, or advanced slavery? Now, let me say this: there is no nation in the world that can give you an advanced society. Yes, there is no country on earth that can give you an advanced society. You are the only one that can give yourself an advanced society, because society is not about systems and structures. No, society is about people. I will say that again. Society is not about systems and structures. Society is about people. And when we're talking about people, we're talking about values, we're talking about culture, we're talking about ideologies, we're talking about mentality, you know, all those things put together. That's what we're talking about when we talk about society, right? Now, every country or every nation has their own people in terms of the way they think, the ideology they have, their culture, their values, you know, um, the way they see life, right? It varies. So once you move from your own house or your own country to another person's country, now what you're doing is that you are moving from your own ideology, your own mentality to someone else's ideology and mentality. And I need Nigerians to really understand this very well, right? Because there's this popular notion in Nigeria whereby whenever people are going abroad, they think that they are going to experience an advanced society, right? But if you understand what I'm really sharing now, you really understand that you are the only one that can give yourself an advanced society, right? Now, let me say this: every nation is set up to achieve a particular interest for a particular interest. Now, no nation, no particular nation is really set up to be a good man, sorry, to be good and to be kind and to be generous and all of that. We as Nigerians need to really begin to understand all those things when it comes to nations and countries and all of that. No nation is set up to just be generous. No nation is set up to just be good and kind and holy and perfect, all those things. No, nations are built on interest. Nations are built on conquest, especially the so-called first world nations and developed nations. They are built on conquest, interests, and all of that, right? So when you come in into their circle, when you come in into their territory, right? The only agenda for you is for you to be conquered, right? Now you may not believe this or accept it, but I don't care. The truth is the truth, right? Now, tell me a nation that will surrender their own culture for foreigners. Tell me a nation that will surrender their own ideologies for foreigners. Tell me a nation that will surrender their own values for foreigners. Now, tell me. If you can't tell me one nation that will surrender these things for foreigners, then I'm correct, right? Now, like I said, nations are built on culture, values, and all of that, and that is what society is all about. So, no nation can give you an advanced society. You are the only one that can give yourself an advanced society. And how can you do that? How you can do that is by improving your own culture, improving your own values, improving your own ideologies, right? Now, ideologies, values, culture, mentality, all those things require evolution, right? They go through evolution. You evolve over time, right? Which means that a particular culture which has been done in a certain way can change, right? So every society must go through that evolution whereby their values, they begin to refine their values, they begin to refine their thoughts, they begin to refine the way they do things, their way of life, right? Now, what that means is that it is only you as a people that can advance your own culture. Once you move yourself as a people from your own country, your own nation to another nation, what you've done is not it's not the advancement of your own culture. It's not the advancement of your own values. It's the trade of it. You've sold your culture, you've sold your values once you make that movement, you know, right? So it is when you stay and you're together and you take responsibility, right? And you use your resources, that is when you can begin to advance your own culture, right? So there is no nation or country that can give you an advanced society. What they can give you is advanced slavery. Now get this right, I'm not saying that no particular set of people of a country can move, can should just stay back in their country. No, people, human beings are allowed to move from one country to another. It's a natural thing, right? But the mentality you move with is what matters. Now, when there is a drive, when there is an exodus of people moving from their own country to another country with the mentality that they are going to that other country to experience an advanced society, that mentality is a slavery mentality. Do you get what I'm saying now? But when there is a movement, right? And even a movement of a people must not be an exodus, must not be a strong move of people, right? It can just be like some individuals, and all of that, right? Now, and that movement must be a movement that has a clear agenda and purpose of, we will not trade our values, we will not trade our ideologies, we will not trade our mentality. We will just go there to get exposed, right? And come back to advance our own culture, to advance our own society. And that is where it should be, right? But the question is that what it is for many Nigerians? Is that what it is for many people that are going out there? Are they not thinking that, oh, I'm leaving this country and I'm going into an advanced society? No, you are the only one that can give yourself an advanced society, right? I believe that I've been able to really, break this down as much as possible in this very few minutes for you to understand. Now, the big question which we'll be dealing with in our next episode is, how can Nigerians build an advanced society? How can Nigerians begin to live in an advanced society? That is the big question we need to really deal with. And that will be in our next episode. Till I meet you again, or till I catch up with you again, stay blessed. Thank you.